The mystery box here in Pokemon Go. Nutto, that's not shiny. It did go lucky. There's the case in point. I am merely doing this to demonstrate that it exists. Yes, welcome in everybody. Hope that you're good. And it has been 8 years of Pokemon Go existing in this realm, and 8 years of me playing it. Many of you probably the same. As you can see here, the brand new costume shiny for this event that runs through until July the 3rd is Party Hat Grimer, number 88 in the Pokédex, and I for one will say I'm actually very happy to see a different Pokemon getting a costume, because last year was Squirtle and it was just a starter bonanza. This year there are lots of starters featured in this event, as you probably know, but it's not focused around Wartortle. That would have been an absolute kicker in the teeth. Our first Party Hat Grimer, so it's no longer going to appear on the nearby, it's a 0-star. That thing can be shiny. The other thing we've got, which is great, Party Hat Eevee will be a really fun one to chase. Lots of Party Hats to chase. Cake Hat Pikachu is back. That gets a spotlight out on July the 2nd. That's a Tuesday, and we're going to live stream that, of course. We also have Meltan returning as a shiny from the Meltan box. And to get one of those, you have to link up with either Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee, one of the games from the Switch, or you have to access it through Pokemon Home, which is what we have done. You can download that app and you have to send a Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home. We have Party Hat timed research, 8-year anniversary, and we have some premium timed research, which was gifted to us by the one and only Batman of Texas. So thank you so much for gifting that ticket to us. It gives us quite a lot for your money, to be honest. You get obviously all of those rewards, one of every item pretty much, and an encounter with Meltan at the end of it. So we've got some stuff to do today, which is lovely. There is a field research task which I am personally chasing. All of the starters are in different research tasks, and the one we want to find is take 3 snapshots of wild Pokemon, because that gives us one of the Gen 3 starters. However, it's not an event task. One thing I will say is it doesn't seem to be an overwhelming amount of Party Hat Pokemon. Again, I think Niantic have left the Rediscover Kanto event on. There's a few other things alongside of this, including Shiny Celebi paid ticket research. We got a Shiny Celebi right back in the early days. You can see this video on the channel if you so please. December of 2020 is when we got our Shiny Celebi for the first time. It's now returning, goodness me, 3.5 years later. Through paid ticket research is $5 USD. A few bonuses that go alongside with that is that you can get double daily adventure incense duration, double incense duration, and 2 times lucky egg duration. That's all part of Whispers in the Woods. There are rolling bonuses, half hatch egg distance for today and tomorrow, and then there will be double XP, and then there's double starter. So we've got rolling bonuses, rolling spawns. It's going to be really, really good fun. We're out for day 1. See if we can find that Party Hat Grimer, because honestly, I love a costume hunt, me. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts and feelings of this event, and how did it go on day 1 for you. And we whacked down 2 hours, because it's one item gives you 2 hours of incense, which delivered us the perma boosted shiny, which apparently is rare for this event. So a Lowland Grimer, sadly, that doesn't have a party hat. If that had a party hat as well as the Kanto Grimer, that would have been amazing. But we'll take this as it goes, to be honest. It's a lovely shiny. What's the stats of this thing gonna be? And 1 star. I love that. It's a good shiny, but that's the perma boosted one. What we really need to see is the Kanto Purple Grimer going green. Check this research task. 7 different species. At least it has a shiny potential. Rowlet. It could be worse. So there's a few other research tasks to check out. This one, I forget what it is. Oh, that's the snapshot one, so that gives you one of the Hoenn starters. That's why we're chasing them. There are research tasks that give you free Mega Energy for either the Gen 1 or the Gen 3 Megas. Should really whack down a star piece for today. Tepig, that's 5 great curve throws, I think, or 5 curve throws. Not worth your while. This is a random 2 excellence for the Gibble that is not shiny or hundo. 1 random 7 kilometers egg from I forget where. It's a Lowland Grimer. The one thing focused in this event, it's very poor, but it's from Jerry. Thank you very much, dude. And transfer. So, there's a few other perks to go along with this event, which are actually worthwhile pretty much of not only New York Go Fest, which is next weekend, but Global Go Fest in 2 weekends' time. There are increased chance of lucky trades and an increased chance to become lucky friends. Now, always take that sort of fact with a pinch of salt, but let's put it to the test. So there's obviously no guarantee that you're gonna go lucky friends. I mean, I remember one event, I got 1 lucky friend in a week with an increased chance to become lucky friends, and I've had better regular days than that. However, we're gonna swap Charcadets since we hatched a lot of eggs over the Larvesta event, and we'll just see what happens. Good chance for anybody who's a lower level player maybe to swap some of the more usable Pokemon like Machop, get yourself some Machamp, plan and look ahead at what counters you might need for your Go Fest raids. It did go lucky. There's the case in point, 404, Lucky Charcadet, 13, 13, 14, definite increase on lucky trades. I mean, I know one trade doesn't actually provide a proper amount of information, but there you go. But, speak of the devil, there's Machop. That's a trade to evolve Pokemon, don't you know? Your friendship levels will also increase twice as fast, which is really lovely to get those best friends and ultra friends ahead of Go Fest. And as I say this on the streams, but we'll repeat it tomorrow for the Mega Rayquaza video too. Now is the perfect time to jump into my Discord and add some people from across the world. There's a great global community based in there, and you're going to need global friends to remote over the course of Global Go Fest. There's no remote raid limit, and we've got the likes of obviously Buzzwole, Pheromosa, Circuitry, Shinies, Katana and Celestina have already been out as Shinies, but those are new ones. We've got the Crozma coming to the Global Go Fest raids, as well as Dawn Wings and Duskmane on the Sunday, July the 14th. So get your global raid train sorted, and my Discord's a very good place to start that. The Windy Boost feels right, but this will be our final event out of this wave, and 26. It was 26.65. The raid decided to just crash out. I literally wasn't doing, I can't do anything. It's like 2 versions of the game have come through with updates and it's still broken. It's still not, oh my goodness me. So we only have 1 shiny out of like 50 raids this wave. Critical catch, A. That's a bit more like it with a terrible, we didn't even hit a throw bonus. We got a curveball. That's about it. And yeah, very dead 3-star. So those are all going for special trades. Now, let's quickly blast on through this because I want to crack on with the Incense. The Incense seems to be bringing in a lot of Grimer with the party hat and a lot of Pikachu, which is wonderful because they're very difficult to find in the wild. There is a Bulbasaur, and this will be a Charmander. There we go. We got a shiny Charmander not too long ago. That's not 100%, I know that. I think it's like 420 something is what you're looking for. Squirtle, not shiny, obviously was very heavily featured last year because Squirtle being number 7 in the Pokedex. This one, it's the Party Hat Wormpaw. It's very nice to see one of those. I think we have a Lundo off that actually at level 50 already. But I wouldn't say no to Sparkles. This one's the Wobbuffet. That's very cool. 420. Haha. I think through 3-star raids for this event, as well as the good old Raticate is making a return. In fact, one of these should be a Raticate. Nidorino. I remember when that was released as part of a raid day. Party Hat, Gengar, and Nidorino raid day or something along those lines. Raticate, there you go. They can all be shiny. That's the beautiful thing. The party hats mean they have sparkle potential, so that's that ticked off. This should be, hopefully, the Pikachu, or maybe it's a Meltan. No, it's the Pikachu, and it's not 100%er. Part 1, or the only part of the paid research, which means we get a lot of premium items. I think, what is it, $2 or something? It's so worth it. The Meltan encounter, which is not shiny, and I'm not sure of 100%er. Worth whacking down silver pineapples and stuff like that. And also, hopefully, if you get yourself a steel-type Mega when you're doing your Meltan box, you can boost your XL candy count even more. It's not a bad 3-star, but look, we have 2700 XL for this thing already. Also completed, I might as well claim it right now. I think these might all be Meltan. They're all Meltan. Check 2. 443, we're going down slowly in very small increments. The only Hundo Meltan I've ever managed to get was from a lucky friend trade. Check number 4, not shiny. It's quite a good shiny. That's not shiny. We are going backwards. Let's check that one. Not shiny, and we're, oh my god, we're really going backwards. Boom, not shiny. And the final encounter of all this research is not shiny, and a 456. That's actually the best one we've had so far, I believe. So let's see. Oh, 98. So close. so close. The way to know what starter you're going to get from the task from the Pokestop is actually what the number is on the research. So for example, catch 7 different species of Pokemon is going to give you an Alolan starter because it's Gen 7. Take 3 snapshots of wild Pokemon is going to give you a Gen 3 Hoenn starter because it's obviously 3. But as for now, Ho-Oh will be the next 5-star raid boss right through until July the 8th, and then I'm actually going to open up the article briefly. The inbound from Ultra Space here is all the Ultra Beasts ahead of Global Go Fest, and quite simply, Guzzlord is featured on July the 8th, Nihilego is on July the 9th, Celesteela and Katana are both featured on July the 10th, Stakataka and Blacephalon, which are the only two of all of these raid bosses that cannot, and I repeat, cannot be shiny, still are on July the 11th, and the day to hit, very much so, is July the 12th with Buzzwole, Pheromosa and Circuitry. Right, they're all featured in their specific regions, but for that week, Monday through to Thursday, there is a 20 remote raid pass limit, so it's increased by 15 raids for remotes, which is amazing. And then for global, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, there is no remote raid cap, much like we saw with global Sinnoh Tour. So honestly, if you're worried about remoting Circuitry, do it on the Friday. Hit it hard on the Friday, and that goes for Buzzwole and Pheromosa. And again, jump into my Discord and find some international friends from different parts of the world, because you can go raiding like the good old days. I remember the 2022 raid scene for remotes was on fire. It was beautiful, but there's some more great stuff with this, honestly. Paid ticket that comes with the event is very much worth it, I would say. There's a global challenge to unlock, which will mean we unlock Beast Balls, which I highly recommend we try and achieve as quickly as possible, because Beast Balls, I believe, have a better catch rate than the Premier Balls, and they look cooler and they suit the Ultra Beast very well indeed. But back to this event, I need to complete that route and find something else to cover, because I need to find Grimer. I need to find the Grimer. Just before we jump into our very first Party Hat Grimer raid that we managed to find at long last, I wanted to show, I mean, you guys have probably seen this before, it seems now, ever since that Rediscover Kanto event, that the event spawns just don't appear as much as they should do. Now you look at that nearby, and there's 2 out of 9 are event focused. The rest are just general rubbish. So it's all Kanto, 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 and I think this is actually a Sawaddle nest. I really hope that gets updated and changed. I'm getting very sick and tired of seeing Kanto spawns just everywhere, mixed up in the event pool when they're not meant to be. There's actual event things that you should and could be able to chase. I'm actually not going to ping any invites out for this one, because it's a Party Hat Grimer. I don't think many people are going to focus on raiding it, and I recommend that you don't bother burning raid passes or remotes on this thing, because you've got Global Go Fest, New York Go Fest, the inbound from Ultra Space coming up. This is not top of the priority list. I am merely doing this to demonstrate that it exists. Theoretically, on the article, there's meant to be an increase on the shiny rate from raids, but as is always the way with Pokemon Go, do take that with a pinch of salt. So, we got 744. Final strike, because I'm the only person on the board, and is it not going to be green? I did spot a 3-star raid hatching. Oh god, that's a dead 2-star. Utterly trash. I was just going to explain how to find Pikachu in this event more efficiently, because it doesn't appear in green spaces or in parks. You're much better off roaming the streets or wherever of your local space to find Pikachu, and it delivered! Yes! 2 years in a row, and this is a little level 1, which for me, I'm a level 1 shiny collector, to be honest. I really like level 1 shinies. They're a little bit special. 11 CP shiny Pikachu. We will Ultra Ball it because it's a sort of yellow golden shiny. It's a dead 1-star, but to me that does not matter. Level 1, just a casual 15,340 Pikachu seen. I'm immensely pleased with that, very happy, and it paid off. We just caught 2 back-to-back. Eevee would be a nice one to pick up. Smash a like on this video if you haven't done so already. Shiny Pikachu, I really hope that you're able to find them, people, and get the shiny. Because obviously it may not be here next year. They may decide to do Pikachu with a number 9 balloon, who knows? And a 1-star actually hatched into a Pikachu. Unfortunately, the 3-star became a Poliwhirl or Poliwrath, that's it. And I think you'd be looking for 536 or 535 for the hundo of this thing. But thank you, Charlie Lucy, K-Dunks, and Ben McKenzie, who decided to share the Pikachu with me. And this isn't shiny. I always have a certain amount of skepticism when it comes to these shiny boosts on either research eggs or raids, because you're still battling RNG, and we've always seen that even though something may be a 1 in 64 shiny rate like Larvesta, not a lot of people can always get it. I mean, I only did it because I was walking past, because why not? And we went best friends. Was that with K-Dunks? I think it was. Nice, and we do actually have a lucky egg, because why not? I'll always state this. It's not so bad when you see catch 8 Pokemon to give you 10 Pokeballs, but when you see catch 8 Pokemon to give you 2 Ultra Balls, that makes no sense to me. In fact, you have to use 8 Pokeballs minimum to catch 8 Pokemon where the event focuses all on starter Pokemon, which are really annoying to catch, and then you get 2 Ultra Balls back. Doesn't sound right. So delete that. The Mega Energy tasks obviously make 8 nice throws, but they're not as common as I was expecting. Our Incense is actually burnt out, so I'm going to quickly nip to the facilities, and then we can do our Meltan box. The mystery box here in Pokemon GO. Obviously, I've explained how you can obtain it, and I'll put a link in the description, but we're going to open it and see if we can get what would be the OG name of Shiny Nutto. Anybody who played Chikorita Community Day, back in 2018, this thing was dubbed as Nutto. Oh, there we go. Nutto! That's not shiny. Because you can see, it has kind of the body of Ditto. Why am I golden razzing? I should be silver pineappling, my bad. It has the body of Ditto, plus a hexagonal nut on there, so we'll see if we get a shiny from that box, but I'm not overly confident with it. And 1 hour later, that is the Meltan box completed. So about 300 XLs. We didn't have an extra mega down to do it, so you know, as you saw from the lack of a clip, no shiny or whatsoever. So we actually got a bit more than 1 per minute. I think that is boosted by moving potentially. I mean, it's been a long time since I've looked into the Meltan box strat, but 79 have been captured. I know we missed 1 or 2 because the game, let's just say, it crashed when I was trying to put a Pokemon into a gym. One of the most staple old mechanics of the game, and the game was going, oh, I can't, oh my god. And 4-star, nothing there. 4 was 0 attack, 4 potential PvPers, 1's not, 2 is not, 3 is not, and 4 is not. There you go. So no Nundos and literally nothing. The only thing remaining to cover for this event is the boosted Daily Adventure Incense. But before we go and do that, I thought I'd conclude some of the observations of this event. Now, it seems to be like a pyramid of what you're going to find in the wild. At the base is all of the normal rediscover Kanto rubbish. Like, this is dominated by the standard spawns, which is really sad, I think, considering it's the 8-year anniversary event and there's plenty to go for. The middle tier of your pyramid is the starters, which are just sort of fairly common, as you can see. Cyndaquil, we had it last weekend for its Community Day Classic. In rolling batches, 2 generations per 2 days of this event are getting a little boost. So today and tomorrow is going to be Gen 1 and 2. Then Sunday and Monday is Gen 3 and 4. And then Gen 5 and 6 get their boost Tuesday and Wednesday, which concludes the event. And then right at the very top of your tier, you're very rarely going to find any Pikachu and Grimer. Honestly, I found far more running a bit of Incense, regular Incense that is, and also roaming around the streets, not in a park, in the green space, with a 10km egg just about to go off. Let's see what that's going to be. Ooh, a Larvesta. That's not an old event egg, by the way, and that's not bad at all. The only saving grace of this event is that Pikachu with the Kate Cat and the Grimer are consistent throughout the whole event, so good luck for that. It would have been nice to see them featured in field research tasks as well, because that is just a full odds starter bonanza, and it gets very wearisome, and it makes me just personally not a fan of the starters overall, because they're very difficult to catch, and we all want to save Pokeballs and Ultra Balls, etc. for Go Fest Global. I don't really want to have to fight with a research task Tepig that's not shiny and not 100%er. That's that, but I'm going to run that Daily Adventure Incense, see if we pull anything in. I thought it'd be Daily Incense, but it's not. Come on, the brand new shiny Grimer. I am astonished we picked that up today. And I did check. It has been a long time since getting a Kanto Grimer shiny for me. Party Hat Grimer shiny is ours. Not even Daily Adventure Incense. Let's go red Pokeball to match the red hat. It's maybe a risky move, but we'll do our best. Come on, let's see what the stats of that are going to be. 1026, it's 0-star, but that's absolutely fine. Oh my goodness me, we picked it up. 4,647. We're missing Daily Adventure Incense right now. Where's my Daily Incense? Oh, it's Sprigatito. Who cares about that? Grimer, shiny. If we show all and shiny, the last one we had was a shadow one from 2021. I must have had some more between that, but they've all been a Lowland Grimer in the last 3 years. Genuinely so stoked with that. That's fantastic. Now I'm going to finish that Daily Adventure Incense very quickly and see if we can pick up a second, because I am not selfish like that. Daily Adventure Incense was very poor and dead today. Fuecoco is our final capture, and 44, technically 45, because I'm pretty sure Fuecoco didn't count right at the end. Any 4-star goodness? No hundos today, which is kind of part and parcel of everything, but honestly, today I consider myself extremely lucky, and I do mean that very sincerely with everybody. It's that getting that Grimer, I was very overdue for a Kanto Grimer Shiny. So picking that up on day one, much like the Larvesta a week ago, maybe Fridays are just my day to play. Getting that and the Pikachu is fantastic as well, but I do wish everybody the very best of luck picking up those 2 shinies, because the spawns are not common. There is one thing that I need to do, and this was something discussed on a live stream with a certain other content creator who I'm lucky friends with, and we have decided to lucky trade Larvestas, although we've decided to do Volcarona instead, which means we have to evolve this. And honestly, this would be very cool to get shiny. It's not a Dex entry, I do have Volcarona in the Pokedex, but shiny into the shiny Dex before lucky trading it with the one and only JT Valor when we see him in New York. Very, very cool to send this over, and I'm quite excited to see what it looks like. Not that I haven't watched it being evolved on YouTube anyway. But it's going to be great to see shiny Volcarona with the purple and the yellow. That, if we get a good one, I really hope the lucky trade goes well, because mine can only go up, mate. So there we go. Get the lucky background on that. That would be sensational. Can't wait for New York, and it's literally this time next week. But that's going to wrap up today's little grind session. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and also throw a like down on this video as well. But before we go, thank you so much to every single one of my Patreon supporters. They are the reason we're able to continue doing this, bringing you event videos, covering live streams for Spol hours and raid hours and much more, as well as those live events. And there's plenty of other people who support those live events as well through donations, etc. So Patreon squad members, you are awesome people. Thank you so very much indeed for your contributions towards me as a creator. And we won't go over too many more details about what's going on next week. All I will say is tomorrow is Elite Raids for Mega Rayquaza, and they're going to pop in at 6 PM tonight local time, so we'll see what our spawn ratio is going to be. We're going to try and hit a couple of them, but if you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to go check out either one of these videos here on your screen to continue enjoying the content here on the channel. Definitely go and check out the daily adventure Incense done on the water if you haven't done so already. We were on a paddleboard in the sea in the Mediterranean trying to get a Galarian bird, so definitely go and check that out. But until the next time, peeps, I'm going to say, do take care.